What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast and Ringside podcast collaboration. We affectionately call the Wednesday Night Wrestling Recap. We're your hosts, Jeremy Wallman, the little big brother Joe Wallman,
What's up?
big little brother, and last but not least, he is the face that runs people away from the place. It's Sean Barber.
How's it going?
Sean, you have the ability. I asked you for opinions. You can give me your own descriptive moniker for the beginning of the show. You're just going to keep letting us rip on them. Don't forget the chat line is open for all your comments. We'll answer all of your questions in real time to get your reactions here on the pod. If you're a member of the Ringside Group chat on Twitter, you have the opportunity to call in as well. Just shoot us a message in the group DM, and we'll shoot you the phone number, and we'll get you on air. Tonight's question of the nights really aren't questions of the nights, but we want to know what your favorite, least favorite parts of WWE UnReal was, if you've got to watch it yet, which if you haven't, you must.
Sean, you haven't, have you?
Actually, I have. Not all of it. I got I think 2 more episodes left.
Okay, there you go. And favorite, least favorite parts of that. And secondly, I think we asked this last week too, but now that the card is finalized, there's a couple more matches. What match are you looking forward to the most now that the card is finalized? We will get your all's thoughts on that throughout the show. Appreciate you tuning in. We're going to jump right to it. WWE UnReal, despite the rumors of the wrestling business's demise, it did not destroy the business like they said it would. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Saw a lot of the stuff let's get 100% real. The stuff they showed us is stuff that real wrestling fans already knew was going on behind this. It's not like they opened. It's not like they showed the show and then you saw everybody backstage naked, doing drugs and producing the show and stuff. This was exactly what we all thought it was going to be. Again, enjoyed it thoroughly. A couple of surprises came out of the show. I was very surprised to see how excited Travis Scott was to be a part of the business, and then to find out that he's farted out like one of them balloons that you let the air out of, and it goes. That's how he's been. Other big takeaways: CM Punk was supposed to win night 2 at WrestleMania, but somebody made the call to Triple H said, "Hey, I want Punk to win." And somebody else was like, no, it'd be better if he doesn't, and this and that. It was also revealed that KO, it was pitched that he was supposed to take the title off of Cody leading into WrestleMania, but then cooler heads prevailed and said, it's probably not good for a title change right before Mania. But my favorite Easter egg, if you will, was when it was pitched that, and I've said this before, so I don't know if they've got my house tapped too, but I have said they should do. Now, I don't know that I picked the same person to win. I said they should do an angle where everybody's eliminated from the Royal Rumble. The number 30 comes out, and they're automatically the winner. And they pitched that for Chelsea Green, and there would not have been anything more Chelsea Green than that moment right there. It was also cool to see the aftermath of the Charlotte Tiffany segment, which – they frowned upon backstage. When we were watching it live, we were like, this is awesome. Like 0-3 in marriages. Ludwig's in my DMs. Great television. It's good to see there is some decorum backstage in the wrestling world. Sean, you said you're only three in. Giggity, which I'm sure you've said before to yourself. No,
taken 3 times.
To a sock. What were some of your favorite parts you saw so far?
The one that got me was seeing what the original WrestleMania was going to be. It's supposed to be Punk and Gunther, Cody and Cena, Drew McIntyre supposed to have a match with Stone Cold, a special guest referee.
Sean, you're going in and out on us.
Oh no, not again.
Oh no, not again. It's the Fairdale Wi-Fi, I'm sure.
Story of his life.
No, you got to go out to go in and out. Okay, try again. Okay, what? Let's wait for him to hop back in. I'm sure he will.
He's out.
No, he's
out too.
He's Deuces. Sean, I'm going to take you out of the. Go ahead and hop back in.
You probably ruined some of it for him because some of the stuff you were talking about, I think, was in the last 2 episodes. Hey, that's his fault. If you start it, you need to finish it.
Absolutely. Sean, wherefore art thou, Sean?
Can go pee in the potty.
Maybe so. I don't understand why he has so much trouble. Like he's outside. There. Okay, here we go. Maybe he'll come to us from inside.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay.
Back up away from the camera a little bit, buddy.
You're a little too close, man. A little too close.
I'm picking your nose. Oh, there he goes again.
Nope, you're a robot again, Sean.
Yeah.
Put it closer.
What is going on? It's like my connection is not working very well. I can't. My mouse is still not working.
If you get it on Wi-Fi.
Let me see if I can get it on Wi-Fi.
Yes, you need to be connected to Wi-Fi, Sean.
Dweeb. That's a lost word, dweeb.
It is. I'm gonna kick him out again. Joey, while we're waiting on Kane's bastard son to hop back on, what were some of your thoughts and things that you liked about it?
Again, it wasn't anything that we didn't know that happened backstage, but just the interactions, like Triple H with the talent after matches. It was cool to see. He would try to hide his face and everything while he's talking. Of course, I guess he forgot he had a microphone on, so you could hear everything. But just the words of praise and encouragement and everything that he would give the talent, and just the raw emotion, like after CM Punk's main event match, like breaking down, this has been my lifelong dream, and I did it, So seeing some of the raw emotions, yeah, and then like the Tiffany Charlotte thing, Triple H comes in through the curtain. He goes, "Was that part of the script?" Like, no. Which part? The go home, and just his kind of reaction to it, and then saying, "Hey, she needs to apologize." Like, kind of.
I would like to see him tell her that face to face instead of Again, I don't think that they. As we wait for Sean to do the simplest of things.
Season 2 should be good. I mean, hopefully they're filming on the way to SummerSlam. Yeah, seeing Jacob and Punk interacting was pretty cool too. Like, oh, can I get an autograph after? Can I get a picture?
Yeah, and if you watch some of the Comic-Con stuff leading up to SummerSlam, they interacted a lot too, and it was them two and Jey Uso, and that was really cool. I would venture to say that even though they were all very aware that there were cameras on them the whole time. This was not them hiding anything or doing anything secret. Like, this is probably more scripted than the genius idea, though. You make it seem like it's behind the scenes when it's fully, we know everything that's going on. So,
the other thing is, like, of course, it could be they could be working us with that as well. But, the whole Elimination Chamber thing at the end with The Rock and Cena turning, like, them talking about how only like 5 people knew, and him even telling the production truck, like, just do this, just follow my lead, yada yada.
Yeah, it was
like,
cool.
If that was legit, like, under wraps that much and nobody else knew, then makes it even a much cooler moment, looking back. I guess Sean just gave up.
No, here he is.
All right. I have no idea if this is going to work or not.
Sean, it's working, and that's because everybody knows that if you are in a place that has not that much signal, you need to connect to your Wi-Fi.
Well, I am connected. That's the thing. I was connected to Wi-Fi.
Well, you're perfectly fine now after you said, "Oh, let me check and connect to my Wi-Fi."
Well, no, I tried unconnecting. I thought, well, maybe my phone signal might be stronger than my Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah. No, plus, you know how technology is. Sometimes all you got to do is just turn it off, turn it back on, and it works. But your thoughts on the series? So, okay, so yours was the proposed WrestleMania card.
Yes, because that was very interesting how much it changed because of the Royal Rumble winner being changed from Punk to Uso. And the fact that everybody in the room was Punk except for what, two guys, I think, were like, what about Jey Uso? And the guy goes, yeah, Jey Uso. And then next thing you know, it's like, you could tell Hunter wasn't sure about it. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Our guy
But he
Tom
went with it.
Jeffries with the WWE UnReal was just good all around. It really was.
And then they talked about like Uso, even when they did it, and then halfway through, like him getting gassed out coming to the ring, like maybe this ain't for like we can change it on the fly, So
and then
seeing
Jay
that he
saying,
rose to the occasion.
yeah, then Jay saying, attributing him being able to get back on and they admitted like there was a couple weeks where it felt like it was going off tracks, and we remember that as fans, like,
Oh
man,
yeah,
this is kind of shaky. And saying that was that lit a fire underneath his rear end, and he was good to go. So that was if you've not watched it all the way through yet, like Sean, go ahead and watch the last watch it all the way through. It's it's really
unreal.
good. Yeah, it's unreal. Sean, something we were talking about while you were looking through your pockets for extra money or whatever, was the fact that the genius of this idea is that it's a behind the scenes look at raw unscripted stuff, whereas we know this entire show was completely scripted.
It's a work to shoot,
and it was really good because from the pep talks to the real emotions, it was just it's really hard for me to even think of anything that I did not like. But again, our questions for tonight, make sure y'all put them in the chat. What are your favorite, least favorite parts? And what match are you looking forward to? The most anticipated SummerSlam of all time. The card's finalized now. We'll get to that in a second. SmackDown started much like every show this week on the WWE system. Started out with a Hulk Hogan tribute. Again, we talked about this last week as the show was live and covering the news. Very tasteful. The talent were all out there. You could tell it affected some talent more than others, and everybody's allowed to feel about the guy how they want to, but they did a great job with the tribute. Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne Perez, 5-star television. The build for SummerSlam, way better than the build for Evolution, way better than the build for Saturday night's main event, way better for the Saudi pay-per-view that happened prior. I was very happy to see Jelly Roll get slapped up. That was awesome. Chelsea Green, once again, MVP of the show. Like,
she's amazing.
They're going to have to do something soon, because as you saw in the documentary, it came off as her feeling very, very underappreciated and underutilized. And for what she brings to the table, I'd have to agree with that. I'm so tired. I thought that once WrestleMania was over with, we were done with the Cena Cody Rhodes face-to-face talking. Good God, please end this quickly. I'm so tired of it. Advertised for this Friday night as one last in-ring talking to. I can't wait for this to be over with. And the biggest and most pleasant surprise, let me put it that way, the most pleasant surprise of the night was the addition of the TLC match for SummerSlam. Tag team title TLC. It's going to be great. Joey, did you have any other SmackDown thoughts?
No. Again, the tributes were very, very tasteful. Showed the proper amount of respect, and like you said, they showed it on SmackDown and then the other ones. But
and on NXT,
I think,
and on the Bomb.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
I think the inadvertent nose bust of Alexa Bliss with the blood cut, getting bloody, actually helped.
To it. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously wasn't a part of it, but I think like they quickly pivoted in the back, backstage with the blood smeared all over her face, and Charlotte, looking to help her. And just a quick thing on Chelsea Green, like I think it was really good to see like how much Triple H respects her and what she does, and the fact that, and this is something I didn't know, she got released, and then she said after a year or so, like she messaged Triple H and like, I want my job back.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and he was like, well, come on back to work. So she is a constant week in, week out. She has the best attitude about it. Like wins and losses, I'm here to entertain the fans. Obviously, I want to win titles, but as long as I'm doing, I'll never say no to anything. And who else did that was John Cena. He never did, never said no to anything. And look where he's at now. So she's still, she's in the prime of her career. So I'm a huge Chelsea Green fan, but like I said, the Alexa having the blood on there was really good. It added to it. I'm pumped. I can't wait for the weekend.
She has came a long way from WWE Tough Enough when she was being accused of being a a gym rat or whatever they call the girls that just the groupies. She was being accused of being a groupie back, and she didn't last very long on that competition. But even back then, you could see she was better than a lot of the other people.
That first broken arm was sick, dude. I couldn't even watch it.
Oh, the one at the Thunderdome.
No. That was the second one. The first one, like you could see, like through her the thing. What do they call it? Like sleeve or whatever. You could see it was like Sid's leg almost.
I didn't.
It was dangling.
I didn't notice that one on the show as much.
But she fought through it.
Right. As much as I noticed the one where she got knocked off the ring apron and landed on her arm.
I turned around. Yeah, I didn't watch that one after I seen the first one.
Fair enough.
I didn't watch that one after the first one, but that was like her first night back.
Yeah. Yep.
And boom, because I remember I was like, oh, Chelsea's back. Oh, Chelsea's gone.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Sean had something to do with that, I'm sure. Like some bad juju or something.
No, he probably flashed her, and she was like, "Let me get out of the ring."
I'm not sure. No, Sean knows what's going on right now.
Sean, are you with us?
Going in and out again on me.
Daggone it, baby Kane's back.
Shine here.
Sean, can you drive to the McDonald's and get on the car real quick? I don't know. Just stick on here with us, and you can just nod your head or shake your head or whatever. This takes us to Monday Night Raw. Sorry, that's not Monday Night Raw. Takes us to Friday Night Smack. I had it right. SmackDown again. That's what we just talked about. I forgot to turn it. Now to Monday Night Raw. The tribute kicks off the show with Bischoff and Nick Hogan being there, which was really classy. It has been reported a lot of people were up in arms because they didn't see Brooke Hogan at any of the tributes. She's claiming she didn't get the invite. Sean, you can hear us though, right? I can't stand Sean. Hold on, I've got a remedy. We're booting you, but hold on. Let's see.
I mean, it was public knowledge, though, that she, while she loved her dad, they hadn't really talked or been around each other for several years.
She also came out publicly and said, I didn't get an invite. So let's see if we can get Sean this way. Because I would at least like to hear him.
Hello?
Sean.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it this way. If you all can hear Sean, let us know on the chat line.
I can hear him. So when you're not talking, mute it. Or cover the receiver.
Oh, it won't. Joey, can you check on your phone?
Check.
On Facebook to make sure we can hear Sean. Because I forgot I'm using my phone for Bluetooth, so it will not allow. Listen, we're working through the kinks on live TV.
It's affirmative.
You can hear him? Okay.
Yeah,
All
I can hear him cutting the grass while we're trying to talk.
Okay, fair enough.
Mute, Sean.
Jey Uso, Paul Heyman promo starting it. Paul trying to turn him against Roman. The mixed tag match, I really liked it. I hadn't seen one of those in a long time. It was very, very entertaining to me. Got zero clue what is going on with the New Day and Grayson Waller. That's kind of odd. Sheamus fights Grayson Waller. Grayson challenges Sheamus, thinking that the New Day is going to be in his corner. They are not. Sheamus beats him. Rusev dominates him after the match. The Lyra promo was just kind of really, really choppy to me. She said SummerSlam was 2 weeks away. It's not. It's this weekend. The Zayn Karrion Cross interaction, there's a new stipulation added to their match, which I think is really silly, but I guess every match has to have a stipulation. We talked about that last week. I still love the interaction between the two. The 8-woman tag team match was perfectly balanced. I liked each team. The tag title match was a decent match. We saw the new El Grande Americano, and then the new El Grande Americano came out.
Don't call him the new Grande Americano.
Do what?
I was making a play on words. I said, don't call him
the new.
Well, because like who it supposedly is. Don't call me Butch.
Oh, okay. A German,
supposedly.
An American playing a British guy playing a Mexican guy. Gotcha. The CM Punk promo was good as always. Jay versus Bronson was amazing. Cinematic television. They took Roman Reigns sneakers, and I thought that was a awesome moment, and it really brought me back to times in our childhood where we took other people's sneakers from them. Sean, what about a lot about? Yeah, sorry, we know there's background noises because Sean is currently doing dishes and brushing his teeth with an electric toothbrush at the same time he's on the show. But any other, Joey, your thoughts about Raw? Anything that I missed?
No, good show, all around good show. Again, masterpiece on the mic by CM Punk. I still feel like, man, I think there's something to the Jey Uso, Paul Heyman. Everybody talking about a third guy with their group that
fourth guy.
Right now, third guy. I mean, with Seth not being around. I think that could be interesting if it ends up being Jey Uso. That whole promo that Paul cut on him, talking about family, this, that, and other, could be him. And again, I said in the group chat, something about Sammy. I know that's been the kind of the favorite,
the default,
the default. But that could be something new for him. And Heel Sammy's better. Heel Sammy is better than Face Sammy.
Agreed.
So
and I put Jey Uso in the chat the other day, and everybody acted like I had 3 heads. So,
I didn't, but I think that could be good for him. I just don't know that's the route they're going to go. I think there's been a lot of chatter of getting Jimmy and Jay back together for another tag team title run, and at some point, I would love to see the Usos versus Penta and Rey Fenix. I think that could be an all-time classic.
Yeah.
And what if plenty of time for that?
What if Austin Theory's the fourth guy?
I'd love it.
I would too. They've split them up.
I think he'd be perfect.
And maybe for that reason, we don't know, because I didn't hear of him being injured, but all of a sudden he's work injured on the show. Sean, what about you? Anything else from Raw stick out to you?
Not pretty much what you all said. I'll be curious to see what they do with Jay at this point, because the idea that Paul's trying to maybe turn him is kind of new. He hasn't really been trying to turn Jay, and then just kind of out of nowhere, he's kind of like, hey, they don't really like you, and Roman wasn't there when you needed help, but you're there for him. All right, that feels like like they're trying to set something up. I just don't know what. I can't imagine he turned heel at this point. I think it's scored maybe making him think Roman's just going to leave him high and dry, and you'll see some of that in the match, like him kind of not trusting Roman, but they have to build on a little bit more for me because one mentioned the promo, they have to do something Friday maybe to kind of get that tension built a little more.
It's not just the promo for Monday, though. If you go way back to right after Mania, Heyman came out and cut a promo with Jey Uso out there, and Jey was talking about his family, and then Heyman was like, everybody tries to blame me, like when he kind of pulled the Ric Flair where it looked like Heyman might have a stroke in the ring. Like, and everybody's trying to blame me. I didn't do this. Like, you know, that was like Monday wasn't the first time he kind of played to Jey, you know, like I didn't do any of this. And then, you know, the whole Roman thing and his one of his good buddies is CM Punk. So like, you know, they did this, not me, you know. So I don't really feel like it was the first time he said it, but I think that would make it more of a shock value if it did happen, because there wasn't a lot of tidbits here and there, Easter eggs here and there, say, you know, making people think, oh, well, it'd be Jey. You know, it's going to be Jey.
Sean, quick question. Talk about how Paul's trying to turn Jey. Do you think Paul could turn you?
Oh,
he could turn him out on the street.
Oh yeah.
Just a question. So we finally got the finalized SummerSlam and SummerSlam. Where is SummerSlam at? Probably getting ready for his.
He's already back to work. I think
they did practice drives today. Night one of SummerSlam is Tiffany Stratton defending her one of the few non-stip matches, defending the WWE Women's Championship versus Jade Cargill. Even though a lot of people would say title matches are stipulation matches, so
every title on the line,
and it is. Do what?
I said every title is actually being defended at SummerSlam. So
is it? I don't think the Raw tag titles are.
Oh, never mind. That's the only one. I was just looking at it before. I was like, oh, that's all of them. Like 9 out of the 12 matches are title matches, so it would have been 10.
Randy Orton and Fat Row will fight Drew McIntyre maybe, and Logan Paul in a tag team match. So that's one that doesn't have a stipulation, except for you got a celebrity in there. Maybe that's a stipulation. Drew McIntyre still stranded in the UK. Talks are the Miz may replace him if he can't get back before Friday night, because they'll need to do some work Friday. So they're not going to give him till Saturday. If he's not back by Friday, they're replacing him. Miz seems to be the leading guy. Gunther versus CM Punk, singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship. The Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez defending their tag titles against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso will fight the Braun Brawns with Paul Heyman in a regular tag match. Sami Zayn will fight Karrion Kross I don't know what order they're going on the night, but if stipulation is if Kross wins, Zayn has to say Kross was right. If Zayn wins, Kross must say I was wrong about Sami Zayn, which I don't really think that's a throwaway stip. Not a big fan of it. Night 2, we've got the 6-pack TLC tag team title match with the Wyatt Six defending against Andrade and Phoenix, DIY, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. That if that's not match of the night, then they've done something completely horribly wrong. Dominic Mysterio defending his Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles. Solo Sikoa defending his U.S. title, which we all know that this title is going to change hands unless more people come to Solo's aid, which I think there's a slight chance that happens. WWE United States Championship match to take place inside a steel cage. Becky Lynch will defend her Women's Intercontinental Championship versus Lyra in a no DQ no count out. Last chance match for the Intercontinental Championship. If Lynch wins, Lyra will never be able to challenge for the title as long as Lynch is the champion. Naomi defends her women's world championship against Rhea and Io, or as I like to call them, Rio. And last but not least, a street fight for the undisputed WWE Championship. The 17-time, sorry, had a notification pop up. 17-time world champion John Cena defends against Cody Rhodes.
Did you know though that was never seen 17?
Yes, I did know that. Street fight. Got to be with the street fight step. There's got to be some sort of shenanigans planned, whether it's The Rock coming in, or maybe we get the double turn, Cody and John. You know, maybe Cody's like, I've seen how hard it's been since I turned down your offer. Here's my soul, and they beat the crap out of John Cena. Not sure. All I know, both nights should be amazing television. Make sure you're there. I know Sean's coming over, heading over to watch night 2 with us Sunday night. We're pretty busy Saturday, so not really sure what the plans are for that day. That's why I didn't make any plans with nobody else. But what a great lineup. I don't know that they could have done much better. Maybe taking the Sammy versus Cross match out, but even storyline wise, that's been one of the more intricate storylines. So I don't know what you could have done to make this any better. Sean, what are your thoughts on the card? Which match are you looking the most forward to seeing?
It was still probably the Punk and Gun. Well, you know what? The fact that Roman and Jay are going to main event against the Bronze, that one's kind of overtaking it because it makes me think something's going down pretty big.
Rikishi return confirmed.
So have they said that that's the main event of night 1?
Well, they initially. So here's where that came from. Netflix put up they put the schedule up. They put the thumbnails up for the first 2 days. That match was listed for the thumbnail under night 1. Now, people started pointing out on the internet they had changed. It's been that way for a week now, but they have changed that thumbnail to Punk and Gunther. So I do not anticipate the Roman Braun.
I just can't see Punk and Gunther not being the main event.
Yeah, because that's the one I was interested in before. Because we kind of went over this last week, and that was the one that
it's either got to be first or last, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the way it should be. Joey, what match for you?
Last week I had said Cena and Cody Rhodes because I am looking forward to being a street fight again. There's going to be some chicanery in there somewhere, some hoodwinking, all that going on. So I'm looking forward to that. But I think Naomi, Rhea, Io. I don't know that. I mean, Io and Rhea was the match of the year, maybe the match of the last couple years. The last time they went it, and now you're just adding Naomi to it. And triple threat rules means it's no disqualification, no count out. So I imagine they'll be all over their arena just like Io and Rhea was. So I just don't know that anybody's going to be able to outshine that match. You had said earlier if the 6-pack TLC match wasn't match of the night, then something didn't happen right. But I don't know. I don't know if they can outshine the women right now, man. The women are just on fire. Io and Rhea are on a different level. And then, like I said, you add in Naomi, who has like exponentially raised the bar for herself, over the last 6 to 8 months. Like she is a legit main event player now. I mean, obviously she's got the title, but we've seen people with titles that they weren't necessarily, main event caliber talent, right? But Naomi
was that the first time she had the title.
Huh?
I said she fit that description the first time she had the title.
Right. This time, bona fide.
Yeah.
This time, bona fide, legit. She is a main event player from here on out, as long as she wants to wrestle. So I just don't know that either night, as far as actual scientific, like and storytelling. I mean, they're just so good at it, man. They're all at the top of their game. I just don't know that anybody can outdo that overall, but just impact wise, I think whatever happens between Cena and Cody on night 2 for sure is going to probably, being on Instagram or TikTok, the viral, the 40 million views is going to come from that match, something that goes on in that match.
The fact of the matter is, and we've saw this with other promotions before, the more violent matches carry the card. I mean, let's take All In for consideration. That card hardly had any good wrestling matches on it. However, they had a couple of really hardcore fights, and they were, even though they weren't very fundamentally sound, people were like, those are the 2 best matches of the night. I just don't see, with all the action that you can have with a 6-team tag team TLC match, Cody Cena street fight, and Solo versus Jacob in a cage. Those 3, and I don't even know what nights those are on now, because I already scrolled past.
All of those are night 2.
They're all 3 night 2.
Yeah, I mean, you got Cena, Cody, Naomi, Rhea, Io.
Well, no, I know that
the cage match, the 6-pack challenge. I'm saying they're all on night 2. Like night 2 is packed. Maybe I'll change my match to watching Orton and Jelly Roll. I don't know.
Well, I'll change the chance.
That was a joke.
Good card. We'll be back next week to kind of go over the results, and then we're going to take a little bit of time off because, surprise, WWE doesn't have a pay-per-view every week for the next 6 weeks. Plus, we got to gear up for our other podcast, college football coming around the corner. But we'll be here to preview the big stuff. I've enjoyed anyway these last 5 or 6 Wednesday nights getting on here. Well, the one Thursday night, talking all the pay-per-views and stuff, and catching y'all up on the weekend wrestling. Impact, and let me go ahead and get this caption up here. I got Clint Carroll with our Impact report. Masha comes out to start off the show, demands a rematch next week with JC Jane. She gets it. Trick Williams, the System, and Order 4, they all get into this very, very heated and entertaining promo. It is advertised as the Iconics, and a question mark will wrestle the 3 women Elegance brand, and the Iconics come out. And who is the 3rd woman? It is Jakara Jackson. I mean, Miss Sade. Her name is Sade. What a horrible name change. I know she didn't have a choice. Then to follow that up, they had a promo where all of them, the Hardys, Leon Slater, and then the international champion, always kind of slips my mind his name. I see him. Macklin, all got in the ring and said, well, we're not going to get rid of our, all the other wrestlers have been beaten by WWE people for their titles. We're not going to let that happen, stand their ground type deal. JC Jane had an amazing promo until she said she couldn't wait for Xia Li to come out and fight. Xia Li is not a wrestler anymore, but Li Meng Lung, or whatever her name is.
Ling.
Bless you. So she kind of forgot her name there. Joe Hendry's losing streak continues. I don't know what they're doing. I'm interested in seeing what they're doing with it. I don't get it. Crap. Sorry. TNA. We're talking about TNA right now.
On his way out.
I don't get it. I'm not necessarily in love with it, but it is what it is. It was a good episode overall. Then we go to NXT. Blake Monroe kills it on the mic once again. There's some stuff she talked about that was very controversial on the mic, but this is wrestling. The stuff that offends you in the real world don't offend wrestlers or wrestling fans. We get it's a part of the story. So it's kind of one of those stay off my lawn type situation. You don't get to come to our world and complain about stuff that you find offensive when you don't watch the product and it doesn't mean anything to you. Like, this is, people find, did everybody just magically forget about the Mickey James Lay Cool storyline where they called her Piggy James and made not an ounce of fat on Mickey James. So the fact they called her just because they both looked like they had been on cocaine for 10 years.
Thicky Mickey.
Thicky Mickey. Amazing. Let me pull that caption off the screen. So it is what it is. But women's division advances all their storylines. Lash Legends wrestling Fallon Henley, and just when it looks like she's about to overcome all the other two women that are out there ringside, big FNJ Nia Jax comes out and obliterates Lash Legend. I don't know if this is a storyline we'll watch play out on NXT, or maybe it starts out on NXT and it transfers to the main roster. Lash is somebody they've been talking about for quite a while, elevating to the main roster. I don't know what they're going to do with all these women. The women at NXT are all so fantastic. Like, what do you going to keep pushing them up to the main roster till the women like Stephanie Vaquer are going to be your jobbers? You can't do that.
They need to just start their own show for the women, where they have 2 hours of women's matches.
Absolutely. My favorite match of the night: Javon Evans versus Wesley. Banger after banger after Sean has never banged her. Amazing match. Tavion Heights gets out of I don't know why everybody wants to get out of that faction, but now it's just Dempsey and Ren Sinclair. Maybe next week Ren will fight him to get out of I don't know. I don't really get that at all. Ethan Page defends the North American Championship versus Santino Marella. And to end the show, Tony D is eating in a restaurant, and somebody approaches him. That scares the crap out of him. Who approached Tony D? I can't wait to see this. Ladies and gentlemen, after the show, shout out
Fourth
to Higgy.
Man, Tony D.
Shout out to Higgy messaging me during the show, letting me know that all stories from today have been in the draft. So we'll get those checked for you, Higgy, and posted after this show. But NXT just continues to amaze me because it's like they lose people and they reload. It's like you've got women like Sol Ruka and Lola Vice and Zarya and
Kalani Jordan.
I'm not too high on her, but Lash Legend. But women. So here's what's got to happen. Those aforementioned women that talked about have to go up to the main roster. So girls like Jada Parker and Kehlani Jordan, they're the next ones up. They're just not there yet, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Let's get to some AEW action. Our guy Tom Jeffries. Well, let's see. Where's his little caption? I know he likes it. Hey, they mentioned me on the TV. World Tag Team Eliminator Series started this week. FTR versus Jet Speed is the first match. Others are to be determined. The winner gets a shot at the tag titles at Forbidden Door. Hangman defeats Willer Yuta. Page hangs Yuta over the ropes with a chain and tells him the Death Riders are not coming out to help him, and they, in fact, did not. FTR beats Jet Speed and moves on to the tournament. Adam Copeland confronts FTR after the match. Cope is not supposed to be near FTR, so he hires the Hurt Syndicate to come out and jump FTR. The new Patriarch, Nick Wayne, cuts a promo on what's going to happen once they are uncaged. I would like that as their new faction name, Uncaged. That'd be pretty cool. Will Ospreay comes out with Tony Schiavone to explain that he's hurt, but he'll be ready for Forbidden Door. John Moxley comes out, cuts a promo about Hangman setting up the match for later on. It says setting up match for tonight. I don't know if that means for tonight, or for later on that night. I didn't watch it, to be honest. They're backstage with the Hurt Syndicate. MJF asking why they weren't out there helping him during his little shuffle. Lashley grabs him and tells him he wants him out of the Hurt Syndicate. Not sure if he's out or whatever. We'll find that out later on tonight. Tony Storm defeats Billy Starks. Athena tries to cash in her contract. She won. Alex Windsor, whose girl is that? Is that Ospreay's girl? Helps out Storm and stops Athena. MJF comes out to the ring, says he doesn't need Lashley to get his title, calls Hangman a coward because Hangman won't wrestle him unless he uses the Casino Gauntlet contract. Last but not least, Claudio beats Mark Briscoe in the main event. Death Riders come out. Hangman comes out to face Mox. Hangman says he'll prove to Mox he's ready to carry the title. Challenges Mox to a match. So he was talking about tonight. Challenges Mox to a match tonight with everyone banned from ringside. So some things that there are to be interested in tonight's Dynamite. I will say this, that AEW is picking up a little bit of steam, so it'd be interesting to see what direction they go in.
Have you read the report of that actually Tony Khan is having production meetings now, like just started having production meetings before shows, so that could be leading to some of the uptick, in
interest,
how things are going, like not just having a piece of paper with, well, here's what we're doing tonight, guys. I hope you watched my favorite movie all time, Overdrive, or whatever it was. I don't know, something stupid. Just like when
his tweets are just insufferable.
Yeah.
Justified. This is awesome. Chance for the intro to Dynamite. No, that's not justified. It's not awesome. It's just really not at all. What else was I going to say about Dynamite?
That was it.
Sean, did you have any? I went through a lot of shows. Anything to add?
I think AEW is starting to course correct. I think the problem is the Death Rider storyline kind of dragged them down a lot, and now that it's kind of ongoing but kind of not, I think that they can at least start building back up to try to get to they've once been. And that
it's going to be difficult.
Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult though, Sean, because there's no doubt that if you consider Raw and SmackDown different shows, different promotions, you throw NXT in there and you throw TNA, AEW is last place as far as all those promotions are concerned.
Absolutely.
So it's going to take, they let too many of their guys that people connected with, they let them go freely. Let them go.
Yeah.
Their biggest issue is not having consistent storylines. Like for me, it's like it's all over the place. Like you'll have a 6-man tag match and they just throw 3 people together on one side and 3 on the other, and it's like, what are we doing with this? This guy will have 6 different hot feuds going on. Like, it was all over the place. So hopefully if they are having production meetings, it's to go over consistency.
No continuity whatsoever but again, like as long as everybody's doing a great job in the wrestling world, we win. Us, the wrestling fans, win. Even if you're the 5th best show out there, people are still watching and people still enjoy all the wrestling that comes your from all the way from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, all the way down to AEW, Ring of Honor, OVW. A lot of major promotions out there doing really, really good job right now, and very excited to be here for this time. I'm trying to remember. You'll have to forgive me. I had something I wanted to. What is that noise? Oh, it's the pipe bomb. Tonight's pipe bomb comes to you from today and the last couple of days. Not wrestling related. Pipe bombs don't have to be wrestling related. It's kind of like what grinds your gears. I have called in for customer support for 4 different companies over the last 4 days. You know how many of them were able to communicate with me properly? 0.
I was going to say 1.
You were going to say 1? No. I even had one that ended the phone call that said, I can't understand you. Sorry. Bye. Click. I understand that it's cheaper to outsource jobs and stuff. I get it. It's economy. but you don't want to get to a point where you're alienating all of it. I should not have to call Audubon Hospital's billing department and get a very, very apparently not Jill answer the phone and tell me she can't understand me, and I can't understand her. Um, don't save a buck by compromising our. I'd rather pay a little bit more for services than to not be able to understand and talk to people about things.
You got a El Grande Americano on customer service, didn't you?
It was horrible. No. I can't really say without probably getting our show canceled, but it was very very not good. Listen, we appreciate you all tuning in tonight. Lots of people in here on the chat on the stream. We need y'all to be a little bit more vocal in the chat line, though. Don't be. I know you're like, well, Jeremy, you don't shut up. True, but I will be quiet for you all to talk and interact. That's why we do this live, for the interaction. Don't forget to check out our good friends at i6tix.com. That's i6tix.com. They do a lot of customizable souvenirs for wrestling. If you go to a big event like we have, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, they sent souvenir tickets for both those events. High quality stuff, but they don't just do wrestling stuff. They can do personalized things. Just go to i6tix.com. Check it out. And last but not least, shout out to our guy Abdul at CapGo Championship Belts. Got him 4 orders this past week for new work that he has sent out, and most of them have been delivered. And from the pictures I've seen, they're all fantastic. He can create your own, as y'all can see in the background there, just barely. My customized dream belt was the 55 World Sports Championship that has represented every brand that we have, except for this one because it wasn't made yet. On that title,
New side plate.
Yeah, well, that one doesn't have side plates, so. But yeah. We'll have to get side plates made for the other titles, but that I won by paying money for them. Still want them, but let him know that I sent you. Again, go to Facebook, search CapGo CAPGO Championship Belts, 3 separate words. Get in contact, send a message to Abdul, tell him I sent you, and you will get a discount on your dream championship. Or if there's one out there right now that you like, he can make them for a lot cheaper. It does a high quality job. So hit him up, let him know we sent you. Closing thoughts. Again, we want to send a shout out to our guys at Busted Open 24/7. Pro Wrestling Nation has been a game changer. It's something that they've worked for a long time, and it has come to fruition. And it's kind of like ESPN 939 The Ville was here for us in Louisville. Whenever anything major happened, they were able to provide 24-hour coverage for us to talk about that stuff there. And now we have a place to talk wrestling 24 hours a day. We hope you all enjoyed tonight's show. Join us next Wednesday as we recap the first ever 2-night SummerSlam. Sean, closing thoughts for tonight. You got to make sure you keep Mason, keep a collar on him. Can we put a shock collar on him for Sunday night?
No, he's still under 18.
I think he'll be okay. The only thing would be is the Cody woe. I don't think that's going to stop.
Okay, we may have to place him out. I don't want him to scare my family. They may all be 7 feet tall, but they're very.
I forgot they're coming up. I forgot they're coming up. Who else coming up?
Jonathan, Carrie Ann, and Camden. The Triple Towers are coming up. They decided. Well, Trace was coming with them, but he forgot that day was his birthday. So after us talking about him, oh man, I can't wait to come up.
You should have come up Saturday then.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but he's like, well, we'll be. Well, no, that's why, because he's like, he texted me. I think it was Wednesday. It was like, dude, I completely forgot that Sunday is my birthday. We're going to be out at the lake the whole weekend. So I'm sure he wouldn't. But he said he's coming back up for. He's going to try to come back up for Survivor Series. So that'll be fun. Love watching wrestling with the family. Love connecting and stuff like that. Sean, final thoughts on this week. And I'm gonna add a bonus question because we only had 2 tonight because I was very, very exhausted this week from other stuff. What do you hope? So, what do you hope? But my additional question is, what do you hope we see the John Cena farewell tour? What comes out of what do you hope? What's the one thing you hope comes out of that? And what are your thoughts on this weekend?
I hope he goes back to being a good guy at the end, and I hope they get the title off of him because, I mean, it's fine he has 17, but it's time for something to shake it up a little bit because right now the title's on TV for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. So I think, yeah.
John Cena, Cody Rhodes double turn at SummerSlam. Joey, what about you?
I mean, they've been a lot of people online like pointing out, like, you talk about Easter eggs, like Cody wearing rock sunglasses and, you know, a couple other things like with his wardrobe and kind of maybe pointing towards that Cody heel turn with the Rock. And I think it would be cool if, you know, the Rock, after it happens, comes out and gets in Cena's face like it was never you, it was always Cody. You know, this was the long game, yada, yada. But I think that would be pretty cool. I'm just looking forward to both nights. I think it's both going to be pretty amazing. We listed off matches on night 2, all on night 2 that we think are just going to be bangers. And I think night 1 is going to be pretty good as well. I mean, really good as well. You got Gunther and Punk. I think the women's tag team title match will be good. You got Roman and Jay versus the Brown Bronze. I think it's going to be a really good night as well. I think we're gonna be in store for some surprises, some shock, and see how the landscape changes again.
It's going to be amazing. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Travis Scott, man, get your stuff together. I know a lot of people couldn't have cared less either way about him, but he seemed very pumped about it.
We need Bad Bunny back.
I was pumped for him. It is what it is. Listen, we appreciate all of you all tuning in on a Wednesday night for the Wednesday night's wrestling recap. For Joey, for Sean, and for myself, this has been the Ringside Podcast and CSZ Podcast production of the Wednesday night's wrestling recap. Before I forget, as I've already forgotten twice, but remembered, B-Sim hit me up last night, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The fire is coming. It's on the way. Our new intro. It's supposed to be half retro funny and half just him doing his thing on the beat. So we can't wait
to do one for this.
Huh?
We need to get him to do one for this.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about for the regular podcast. My bad.
No, he already does our regular podcast.
I thought maybe you was because that one a little older.
No, that one's staying forever. It's not going anywhere. Again, for Joey and Sean, I'm Jeremy. Until next time, I can't believe they ruined the business. No, no, they didn't. We'll see y'all at ringside.
That's
The proceeding